My Weird School Daze, book number 12. Ms. Leaky is freaky. Written by Dan Gutman. Pictures by Jim Pellot. Chapter 10. Junk Food Junkies. Elementary school was getting healthy. Disgustingly healthy. Every day, Mr. Granite told us we were more alert in class. We were standing up straighter, and we were full of energy. There were no more soda machines in the school. No candy was allowed. Our lunch lady, Ms. LaGrange, was preparing healthy meals. Our moms and dads were packing lunches for us that were filled with fruits, nuts, vegetables, and other yucky stuff. Our custodian, Miss Lazar, put a sign in front of the school that said, "Sugar-free zone." You weren't even allowed to have your parents bring in cupcakes on your birthday anymore. It was horrible. "These tofu hot dogs are delicious," said little Miss Perfect while we were eating lunch in the vomitorium. "I feel so much healthier since Ms. Leaky arrived." "Me too," said Emily, who always agrees with everything Andrea says. "I wish I had a candy bar," said Michael. "I heard Ms. Leaky is trying to pass a law that will make it illegal to be caught with sugar packets," said Ryan. "I heard she hijacked a truck full of Doritos so it couldn't come into town," I said. "Health teachers can't do that," said Neil the nude kid. "People should be allowed to make up their own minds about what to eat." "Yeah. You know, maybe Ms. Leaky isn't a health teacher at all," I said. "Did you ever think of that?" "What do you mean?" asked Ryan. "Maybe Ms. Leaky murdered our real health teacher," I told them. "Arlo, stop trying to scare Emily," said Andrea. "I'm scared," said Emily. "Ms. Leaky is probably the evil twin of our real health teacher," I said. "She killed her sister, and I bet she buried her in the farm she's got in her office. Stuff like that happens all the time, you know." "We've got to do something," shouted Emily, and then she went running out of the vomitorium. "Sheesh, get a grip. That girl will fall for anything." "I need candy," said Michael. "I would pay $1 million for a Kit Kat right now," I said. "I would sell my little brother for just one gummy bear," said Neil. "We're all candy deprived and depressed. But that's when I got the greatest idea in the history of the world." "Hey," I said, "I know where we can get some candy." "Where?" asked Ryan. "Follow me." I scraped off my tray into the garbage can. Then I led the guys out the door into the playground. Even Andrea came along. It was recess, and kids were all over the playground. I led the gang over to the corner where the dumpster is kept. That's where Ms. Leaky has been throwing our junk food, I said, pointing at the dumpster. Of course, said Ryan. There must be lots of candy in there. You're a genius, AJ, said Michael. You should get the Nobel Prize. I don't know why we didn't think of this before, said Neil the nude kid. Dumpster diving is fun. I'm not eating candy out of a dumpster, said Andrea. It's dirty. Fine, don't, I told her. That will leave more for us. Let's go, guys. We sneaked around to the back of the dumpster really quietly, like secret agents. It was cool. Don't do this, Arlo, whispered Andrea. Shh, I said. If Ms. Leaky finds us back here, we'll be in big trouble. The dumpster had a heavy lid on it. I couldn't lift it by myself. Me and the guys put our hands on the edge of the lid. We pushed open the lid. And you'll never believe in 1,100 years what we saw in there. I'm not gonna tell you. Okay, I'll tell you. It was Ms. Leaky. She was sitting on the bottom of the dumpster, and she was surrounded by every kind of candy and junk food in the world. There were Airheads, Mars bars, Reese's Pieces, Atomic Fireballs, Goobers, Nerds, Dots, Milk Duds, Whoppers, Twizzlers, Skittles, Tootsie Rolls. Well, you get the idea. And you know what Ms. Leaky had in her mouth? A Twinkie. Ms. Leaky, I shouted. What are you doing in here? Her mouth was full of sodium oxide pyrophosphate and all those other chemicals, so she couldn't answer right away. I'm guarding the dumpster, Ms. Leaky finally said, to make sure nobody eats this horrible junk food. You're eating a Twinkie, I said. No, I'm not. I'm conducting an experiment, she said. I want to see if any of the chemicals in a Twinkie can be used to solve the energy problem. Maybe someday we will have cars that run on Twinkies. This is research. It is not, shouted Andrea. You're stuffing your face with junk food. You're a hypocrite. A what? I said. She doesn't look like a hippo to me. Not a hippo, dumbhead, Andrea said. A hypocrite. That's somebody who acts like they're better than everyone, but they're really worse. It's true, Ms. Leaky said, sobbing. I admit it. I'm not a health nut. I need sugar. I need sweets. I need candy. I'm a junk food junkie. And then she scooped up a handful of candy, jumped out of the dumpster, and ran away. Ms. Leaky is freaky. Chapter 11. The New Health Teacher. Well, word got around pretty fast that Ms. Leaky was stuffing her face with junk food. Everybody was wondering if she would come to school the next day. And sure enough, she was nowhere to be found. We even looked in the dumpster. Me and the guys went to Mr. Klutz's office to find out what happened. "Where's Miss Leaky?" I asked. "I fired her," Mr. Klutz said. "You know how she was always running away to go exercise? Well, it turned out that she was running to the dumpster to eat junk food." "So you fired her just because she ate junk food?" Ryan asked. "No," Mr. Klutz said. "I fired her because she went overboard." "She fell out of a boat?" I asked. No, Mr. Klutz told me. "Ms. Leaky just went too far with all that health food stuff. I think it's okay to have junk food once in a while as a cheat. You just have to be careful not to overdo it. So I guess we won't have a health teacher anymore," Michael said. "Sure we do," said Mr. Klutz. "Let me introduce you to our new health teacher." He took a remote control out of his pocket and pushed a button, and you'll never believe who walked into the door at that moment. It was Mr. Slug. He actually walked right into the door. "Ouch," said Mr. Slug. "I hit my head on the door." "Mr. Slug is our new health teacher?" I asked. "He doesn't know anything about health." "Sure he does," Mr. Klutz said. "He'll show you what you shouldn't do if you want to be healthy." "I feel lousy," said Mr. Slug. "Need to lie down." "Maybe you should go outside and get some exercise," Ryan suggested. "Then you'll feel better." "Outside?" said Mr. Slug. "Are you crazy? You could get hit by a bus out there. Exercising is dangerous. Let's just chill in here where it is safe." "Is it okay if we go eat some of the junk food in the dumpster?" I asked. "Whatever," said Mr. Slug. "Well, that's pretty much the way it happened. Maybe Ms. Leaky will stop hiding under my bed and stalking me in supermarkets. Maybe the police will find Ms. Leaky's twin sister buried in the farm in her office. Maybe McLeaky's restaurant will get some food people want to eat. Maybe my mom will start making square pizzas. Maybe I'll go to Antarctica and eat Twinkies with the penguins. Maybe I'll try asparagus again. Maybe Mr. Slug will quit smoking and stop walking into doors. Maybe the teachers will stop arm wrestling with each other. Maybe breakfast will stop thinking it's so important. Maybe they'll let us do sword fighting in phys ed. Maybe our teachers will stop dressing up like food. Maybe people will stop talking about boats all the time. Maybe Mr. Klutz will show us his plastic bag full of hair. Maybe I'll find the GPS that Ms. Leaky put in my brain. But it won't be easy."